first time I went to the White House with Jack was for Hanukkah, for the candle lighting ceremony with the Obamas. And we were right there getting a hug from President Obama and Michelle. He knew us, like he was like reaching out and saying, Jack is here, how fantastic.
So the first time that I met with Senator Jackie Rosen, we actually connected on a Jewish mother level. And she mentioned that she had a Sienna minivan, and I drive one too, and we actually had the same color. And she even became president of the synagogue, and then that parlayed her into becoming a congresswoman and now a senator.
I guess my first memorable moment goes when I went to Washington in 1984. We had briefings at the White House. It was a very exciting trip, and I flew home and went straight to my kid's soccer game and thought, what? I'm just this mom from Highland Park, and I've just been in Washington, D.C. speaking to power.
It's one thing to go to D.C. and do sightseeing. It's another thing to go to D.C. on a Jack trip.
We were the first Jewish and women's pack that was welcomed to go to the Jordanian embassy. This was right after the accord was signed, and we went in and I was president at the time, and I was to present the Jordanian ambassador with a plaque from Jack.
When I was research director, because there were no computers, we had a U.S. Congress handbook, and we used to keep all the votes in here. So when someone would say, I voted for Israel, we would say, well, actually, no, you didn't.
Going to Las Vegas to get out the vote was one of the most amazing experiences. We were canvassing in an area, and we actually had a discussion with this very Second Amendment, pro-Second Amendment, want his guns kind of guy, and he understood why common sense gun legislation was important.
One of my favorite memories with Jack was when we were in Washington, D.C., and I had the great privilege of meeting with John Lewis. And he went through his office and showed us and told us the stories of all of the photographs on his wall. And it was just such a privilege to be with a historic hero.
I always say that after every Jack event I go to, I walk out smarter than I was when I walked in.
Issues that we cared about 40 years ago are just as relevant, if not more, today.
The best way that I can make my money and my steps count is with Jack.
There's too much at stake right now for us not to be involved in some capacity.
We do make a difference. We need your voice, we need it loud, and we need you today.
So please join me at Jack. Join me in making HERstory.